6, boys at MII, they got your big orange face. All year long is the place to be, to hear some Vols for life talking Tennessee. You can hate us if you want, but we sure ain't worried about you. We got more important issues.
What's up, everybody? Postseason baseball is upon us. Tennessee is in the SEC tournament down in Hoover, and they finish up game one against South Carolina with a score of 11-6 to advance. This was a game I was kind of worried about a little bit. I know South Carolina is bad. They lost 12 in a row, including a loss to Winthrop in the Citadel. But it was a weird game. You have Missouri beat Ole Miss the game before. Reese Chapman is out of this one. You know, you're kind of veteran presence there. You're starting Cameron Appenzeller, who hasn't looked great in his last few outings, only his second start, and his first start in SEC play. So it was a game that I was like, I don't really know what's going to happen. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't mean a whole lot. But, man, you really don't want to start your postseason with a loss to a team like South Carolina. And I'll get on here the first to say we're going to talk about Tennessee's win. South Carolina, terrible baseball team. I thought Alabama was really bad defensively. South Carolina looked like sometimes tonight that they couldn't flat out field the baseball. I mean, they looked horrendous out in the field. But Tennessee gets it done. The bats continue to stay hot. 15 hits on the night, 2 home runs. Garrett Wright, 4 for 5, 3 RBIs, and then you had Henry Ford have another home run. He had 3 hits and 2 RBIs. So those guys combined for a total of 7 hits, 5 RBIs. Really good for the top of the lineup. They just continue to – I mean, Garrett Wright's the most consistent player in this lineup. Henry Ford is just always going to be that he can go. He's probably going to go 1 for 4, or he's going to have a night like tonight, or he can go 3 for 4. Never really going to go over, just that consistent hot bat and in the meat of that order. And probably Tennessee's most dangerous hitter. But I think Tennessee's best player might be Garrett Wright. I mean, I love what he's done. He's super versatile, can play catcher, center field. Not many can do that. He gets hit by pitches. He walks. He can go the other way. He can hit for power. I mean, he just does a little bit of everything for Tennessee. So if I'm picking an MVP for the season, it would be hard for me to pick against Garrett Wright. Some might say Henry Ford. Some might say Reese Chapman. But for me, it's probably Garrett Wright. And another one might be Evan Blanco. He's been really consistent for Tennessee as well. South Carolina, 3 errors on the night. Just not great. I did kind of want to mention Nathan Eisfelder. I thought he was really good tonight. Had a big-time double with 2 outs. Trent Grenlinger. I mean, Tennessee had 4 freshmen really have a role in this game, and Appenzeller obviously starting, Will Haas in relief to finish out that game, Nate Eisfelder, and then Trent Grenlinger. 4 really good freshmen, you know, getting their first taste of postseason baseball, and I thought they handled themselves well. I think if you kind of look at this team, no surprise they struggled early because they are super young. I mean, I mentioned it today in a tweet that it was Tennessee starting 3 freshmen and 4 sophomores. Pretty young baseball team for Tennessee. But as the year's gone on, it seems like they're kind of finding their footing, and that's why they're able to win these last 2 series and be firmly in the NCAA field and you know, we'll see what happens. Do they keep winning and maybe have a chance of hosting? Who knows? I think they probably would have to get to the championship game. Pitching is worrisome, but it's also like, hey man, you saw what you got from Appenzeller. I mean, he could be a guy that could be a four starter for you. Brandon Arvinson's done it in postseason play in this tournament in Hoover last year. So I'm excited to see kind of what they can do uh, with those guys and maybe make a run in this tournament. I don't think it's the end all be all, but you want to continue playing good baseball. As you look forward to the regionals. Like if you drop one, it is what it is, but I think you want to stay in the flow of playing good baseball. Um, I do want to kind of in this thing. I don't want to talk about it a whole lot. I know Tennessee is um, got to play tomorrow, and we'll see who they end up with. Um, I don't know if that game is over. It is crazy. We're already behind. It's 1-1 in the bottom of the third with LSU Oklahoma. So um, how was that game? How are they only in the third inning? That seems insane. Anyway, this is 11 o'clock when I'm recording this. So that's kind of where we're at. Tennessee will play the winner of Oklahoma and LSU. And I don't know. I kind of want LSU. I kind of want revenge on that. I think Tennessee does too. Obviously, LSU is kind of going about this tournament a little differently. They got to win the whole thing to be in. So they're throwing their weekend rotation Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and try to make a run in this tournament. So they're going about it a little bit differently than Tennessee. Tennessee, we'll see who they throw tomorrow, but a good win to start SEC play. I want to kind of end with this kind of the good, the bad, the ugly. And I don't know how many I'm going to do this. Am I going to do every game? Who knows? But I thought it'd be cool to kind of hop on here and talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. The good, I think Garrett Wright, Henry Ford, those guys raking. I thought Tennessee was really good with 2 outs, timely hits, moving runners over. They play a little bit of small ball. They can steal bases. I thought that was good tonight. They were aggressive, but not dumb. I know Henry Ford probably gets thrown out at the plate 99 times out of 100, and he ended up scoring on that play where South Carolina just basically dropped the baseball. But I thought it was time. I thought there was no like bases loaded strikeout. I feel like every time Tennessee needed to respond, needed a hit, they seemed to get that. They would go the other way to move runners, and they would just hit it where South Carolina wasn't. So I was super impressed with. I think Manny Marin had a big 2-out hit. Uh, Eisfelder had one. Grinlinger had one. It just felt like a total team effort for Levi Clark had one. I mean, total team effort from this lineup. It felt like everybody kind of did their part. Jay Abernathy continues to be a threat on the base pass. So that was kind of my good. It's just the offense continues to, um, you know, put up runs and do good things in the box to help Tennessee win baseball games. Even if you don't have your best pitching performance, it feels like Tennessee has a chance, whereas earlier in the season, that did not feel like the case. All right, let's do the bad. The bad is Blaine Brown, 0 for 4. Man, he just has so much raw talent that you're just hoping that it would come like it has with Levi Clark. It took a while for it to happen, but it feels like it's turned a corner. Henry Ford is kind of in a stretch. I know he dealt with an illness this season, but it feels like he's getting back to his old self. But Blaine Brown has just struggled, especially when he got to SEC play. I mean, he opened up the year, and you're like, okay, he's going to hit 25 home runs. And now it's like, I mean, you're hoping he gets one hit. And he's not a great defender. I mean, that's a guy that they need more of. He's too talented not to. And that's not me getting on him. I feel like he probably would feel the same way. But those at bats, like the ones that he's striking out on, they just are uncompetitive most of the time. So I'd like to see a little bit more on Blaine Brown in the field and at the plate. But he's here to hit, so especially at the plate. The ugly man, Braden Grenzel. I mean, I don't know really what to say about it other than like it's just not gonna happen here. I mean, every single outing feels like he just can't get outs, can't get out of it. And the stuff is there. Like he, from a talent standpoint, besides Arvidsson and Appenzeller, he's probably your best arm off pure talent. Um, he's got the stuff, he's got the velo, but man, he just everything is he's catching too much of the plate and finding barrels. And I mean, in this league, that's a recipe for disaster. And it's the entire SEC slate. He has been horrendous out of the bullpen. Just not great. I think that ERA is creeping up to 9. I don't know. I mean, Tennessee needs something out of the bullpen, and they're just not getting a whole lot. So I get trying to throw him out there, but I mean, even in the midweeks, he just wasn't mowing people down like you should. So he's just kind of been a disappointment this season, and it's unfortunate because I do think talent is there, but it's just not going to figure out. It's not going to come this season. It seems like I don't know how much he pitches for Tennessee the rest of the way, but he's not a guy that I would count on in a situation like tonight was fine. You're up. He does kind of get South Carolina back into it, but Tennessee was able to add some insurance. So, I thought that was good to see from the offense, and I feel like it could have steamrolled with Cam Appenzeller. Like they put up a 3 spot to take the lead, and you're like, oh man, this is another rough outing for him. And he settles in. He gets some help offensively. They put up 6 runs in that next inning, and he kind of cruised the rest of the way until he loaded the bases, got out of it, and all was well with Cam Appenzeller. I thought he pitched really well, and it wasn't a perfect performance. It wasn't like it is Mississippi State, but that was probably a lot for his second career start, first in SEC play against a team that he was once committed to. Probably a lot going on there, but yeah, it was good to see him kind of figure everything out and get that win. He's 6-1 right now, I think, on the season. So really special talent Tennessee has with these freshmen and especially Cameron Appenzeller. So that's my kind of good, the bad, the ugly. My last ugly was South Carolina baseball. I mean, they're probably thanking Tennessee, and I don't know who that interim coach is, but I'm sure he went out. I think it's Monty something. Monty Ellis, is that right? That doesn't sound right. I don't know, but I'm sure he went up to this to Elander and the staff and like, thank you for putting us out of our misery. I mean, that looked like a team who was ready for this nightmare to end. So Tennessee gets the win. That they put South Carolina out of the SEC tournament and send them home, ending their season. And we'll face LSU or Oklahoma tomorrow and try to keep this train rolling. I mean, the bats, you got a shot. The way Tennessee's hitting right now, you got a shot. But they're going to need some good pitching the rest of the way this postseason if they are going to make a deep run in hopes of making it back to Omaha. So that's kind of all I got. Appreciate you guys listening to this. I know this is a short video. Hopefully we can do some more. If y'all enjoy it, hit the like button. Follow us on TikTok, YouTube, X, or Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We're on all that. Also check out our podcast, More Important Issues. We also have the baseball podcast with me and Xander Seacrest, the Bat Flip on all those platforms as well, and everywhere you can get your podcast. So appreciate y'all again. We out.